Gore readings and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror Live. I'm Flesh Wound Dan, joined by producer Todd.
Good evening.
Pugs Dread.
Namaste, Hattie.
And Mike Kruger.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
So we've got stacked show. One movie about 13 years in the making tonight, and
First movie.
Yeah, this is one of our more stacked shows of the years, I think.
I thought I put an appropriate poster out for tonight's show. Chaos.
Yeah.
I need one of those. That's a great poster.
This show might require a trigger warning, I feel like.
I will save my trigger warning rant for when it's time for the trigger warning rant, because the goddamn the goddamn trigger warning needs a spoiler warning, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, same rant. Hope everybody out there's doing well. What's up, Swaggy, JG, Brian, everyone in the chat? Hope you're doing good tonight.
Punisher Batman fan, you here? Are you going to be watching me wrestle this Friday and Saturday?
Oh, yeah,
Let me know.
Weekend. Matches, which we'll talk about at the end.
If you are a motherfucker, figure out a way to get in contact with me so we can hang out or something.
All right. Well, I'll keep an eye.
I'm gonna be there for basically a full day, and then I'm going back Saturday night after the show.
All right.
And also, I think we have a trailer reaction tonight as well.
We do. We are going to have a look at, was it last year? Was Murder Size my favorite film of last year? Was the year before? I can't even.
It was last year.
Was it? Okay. Yeah. His new film, Paul Ragzell's new film, Only Fangs. It's currently on Indiegogo. So if you want to grab a Blu-ray or any of the other perks, there's, tons of things to support it. So
you get your name in the credits, right?
Yeah, I think that might be one that's passed because I know some perks end after a certain point. Like, I think you can still get it in the film, but no longer on the poster because they've already been. I think there's something like that, but you can check the Indiegogo for all the details. Yeah, I know. I need to pick up a Blu-ray still. I'll have to get that. So, but we should watch the trailer and get a reaction. I'm only going off the strength of the fact I've loved his last few movies, and his last one was my favorite of the year. So I should say there.
No, I like Murder Size a lot. It was a lot of fun.
Size was cool.
Yeah,
Drew Marverick. Is that how you say his
Drew
name?
Maverick? Is it
Maverick?
Marvick. Yeah.
Marvick.
Okay.
Yeah. Him and that is great. I love him.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
When the fuck we getting Pool Party Massacre 2, motherfucker?
Well, it's coming. It's I know that I think it's currently filming. I know there's been some updates lately. But before we get to that, let's check out this trailer. I haven't seen it yet either. So I knew it's been out there, but I just haven't. So here we go. We'll check it out now.
So, when's your date?
In about 30 minutes. He's a really nice boy.
Fucking Orange
Remember,
Cassidy?
Don't get attached.
Whoa, what the hell is that? Holy shit. Holy shit.
Scarlet!
Did you get him?
Yes, I got him, but then this guy saw me in the park and he got away.
What do you think?
It looks like a scrambled porno. Is that a nipple?
No, those are teeth.
We'll fucking get him. Nobody will ever hurt us again.
Never again.
Five stars.
Who are they?
Yeah, right.
Look, I know it's blurry, but I swear to God, I saw that creature eat this dude's face.
You like that shit?
Oh, I love creepy stuff. Monsters, movies, conspiracies. I love it all. Let me give you my card.
Like he's
If
sure.
you need any
Fuck
video
yeah.
work, just let me know. I build websites. Us entrepreneurs got to stick together.
Scarlett had big plans for this place. But I think I messed them all up. But I think when she sees what we've done, she'll be happy.
What are we gonna do?
I'd be okay with it.
Scarlet is a vampire. Okay?
I'm in hard.
Selena, Zoe, they're all vampires.
What are you talking about? Like real vampires?
That's
Yes,
look
like
at my
real
tits chick
vampires.
for Murder Size,
Fangs.
right?
Respit me.
That's the plug.
Damn. You guys let those bitches bite you?
I'd fall for
Cool.
this.
So, what time does the drug-filled
Yeah, right.
cozy blood orgy start?
I'm
we
dead
all
as
would.
fuck too, folks.
Yeah, whatever.
10 seconds.
They're like, you think I'm scared of blood? Come on.
You know what this did trigger though? If they made a movie called Only Bangs, I would be terrified. That looks fucking rad and sexy
Yeah.
as fuck. So I'm in.
Yeah.
That does look fun. That does look fun.
Yeah, from directors Paul Ragsdale and Angelica D'Alba. I always forget to mention, because husband and wife team. So I want to make sure I actually remember this time, and I hope I didn't butcher your name.
There you go.
But yeah,
Flesh Wound approved already.
right.
It's yours to drop. It's your ball to drop. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're tipping our hat pretty hardcore.
Yeah. So
Anything
that'll be
with
fun, and as soon as we're able to, we will be covering it, obviously. So that's fun.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for that review. Hopefully sooner rather than later. And we have a stacked show tonight, so we'll get into the first one, which
speaking of
little bit of history with our first film, which I'll get into, but it is from 2013 and several directors, which we'll get into. Profane Exhibit. So deep in the underbelly of Paris, there is a club which is the home of a secret, wicked society. At first, it resembles an ordinary fetish or goth nightclub, but within the cavernous buildings are many hidden rooms, one of which is known as the Room of Souls, a private gathering place for the world's richest and most evil people. Their host is the elegant yet frightening Madame Sabatier. And God, this goes on very long. We're going to take this a segment at a
It's
time.
an extreme horror anthology with
There
a
you
bunch of
go.
fucking directors that you know
So-
and love or effects artists.
Yes.
There you go.
This
So,
is Mike
I've-
Dan to read him before he does on air, but
Well, we'll get to it. But all right, so a little bit of a history lesson. This is listed as a 2013 movie. It goes back, at least the production, till about 2011. I feel even earlier, at least talking about it. But I've been hearing about this movie for years, going back to even Weekend of Horrors was still a thing for me at the time. Chiller, and just talking to at least a dozen different people over the years about this movie. So in 2011, that's kind of where it all begins. Producer Amanda L. Manuel and director Michael Todd Schneider, who a lot of people know, he played Maggot in August Underground's Mortem and also co-directed that. They got together. Then, if memory serves, Yui Boll, they signed on, and writer Ray Garton, who's amazing. I know at one point Richard Stanley was attached for a segment called Coltan. Jose Marins had a segment called Viral, and Andrei Iskanov had Tochka. None of those were in the final film. Now I'm curious, and maybe somebody can say in the comments if those versions were ever completed. But they were also attached at one point. Just fast forward to 2016, there was a work print version that wasn't finished that I know was going around. There was like 4 segments that were done, but not apparently finished, kind of that floated throughout the years. But this is the first time we're getting the completed film. In 2019, Stephen Biro of Unearthed Films picked this one up. I know they finished everything, and now we're finally getting it. It's insane how long I've waited to watch this movie, and we'll see if it lives up to expectations. But all right, so we want to take this one kind of a little bit. I know we'll talk about a couple of these segments more than the others, but you guys want to go one by one?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so our first segment is Mother May I. This is one of the shorter segments, and it's from director Anthony DeBlasi,
Who
and
made
it's kind of
Malum,
a nunsploitation.
who Anthony
Yeah,
DeBlasi,
went
who
on to
made
do that,
Malum and The Last Shift. And Dread, too.
Yes. this one's an unsploitation segment. This is so we pick up as we go along. This one did kind of feel unfinished to me a little bit. I don't know about you. What did you think of this one, Kruger? I mean, we get
it was okay. I was expecting a lot more, and like you said, I felt like it was kind of unfinished. And there is a couple of segments in here that did feel unfinished, and I think this is one of them. But still, at the same time, I dug like the nun setting. I mean, it reminded me of nunsploitation, and there was a one like practical effect that was cool enough where I didn't hate the segment, but it was definitely one of the weaker ones.
I don't know if I got this one at the end, like, and I don't know if that's the fact that it just maybe wasn't finished or what. I didn't quite get exactly what this one was supposed to mean. Yeah. I mean, we do get some naughtiness, some flogging, and like you said, a cool sort of deformed creature of some kind at the end. I just don't know really what this
that was very much a what the fuck is that, and it didn't really make sense to the story, but look cool. So
I probably just wanted it to turn into Ilsa. I don't know, maybe it's a me thing, which it does briefly, but what did you think of this one, Todd? Because I will say it takes a bit, like it takes a bit to work up to the magic, which I'm really excited to talk about.
The segment, it had some cool visuals, but like you said, like the story wasn't really complete. I thought it was cool.
All right, yeah. So it takes a minute. I start to get nervous. I was like, man, am I building this up too much? Because there's so many years that I've waited for it. But then we move on to our second segment, which is Hell Chef.
Fucking awesome.
I liked from Yoshihiro Nishimura of Tokyo Gore Police fame and many other things. What did you think of Hell Chef? This
fucking loved it.
I mean, it's lighter than
it's bizarre Japanese horror at its finest. I really had a great time with it. I mean, the twist at the end was really good. The gore is great. It doesn't take itself too seriously, even though it's dealing with serious subject matter. I loved everything about it, and it's probably one of my favorite segments, if not maybe my second or third.
Oh, okay. I like this one a lot. I should also say some, like our opening segment, are very short.
Yeah.
So like it's
opening and closing are especially short.
Yeah.
Yes. So like the length jumps around. There's some that almost feel like full mini movies, but I liked Hell Chef too. I thought there's a lot of mutilation in this particular segment. Some stuff that we can't really talk about on YouTube. I did pop for the human soup. I thought the human soup was pretty funny.
You can't talk about it. You can't talk about testicles being eaten.
No, you can talk. Testicles being eaten is perfectly Disney fare, Kruger. You can talk all you want about that. But yeah, if you're a fan of those what the fuck Japanese movies like Dead Sushi, Tokyo Gore Police, Machine Girl, you'll have a good time with this one. And I thought the ending was really funny. The very fucked up version of If You're Happy and You Know It.
Yeah.
That they close with. All right. So any closing thoughts on that? So I know we're going to go through some of these quickly.
You didn't ask Todd what he thought.
Well,
yeah, that's why I'm asking him.
He's normally not supposed to. Like I chime in when I want to. Even though he did it on the last one, I was like, why are you throwing it to me? But whatever.
All right, I will throw it to you every time.
Fuck you too, dog.
Criticize me for doing what you told me to do.
No, what I told you not to do. So that was
he criticized me for criticizing you, you son of a bitch.
Any thoughts on Hell Chef?
I was in the right place.
I took the opportunity to use your throw to yell at Dan.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, and I'll do it again.
Long story short, fuck Dan.
I know you're not always into some of the more.
No, this
wacky.
Was fun. Yeah, I like the wacky, like that, meatball machine and all, that stuff. So yeah, it was fun.
I like
It was,
Meatball
but
Machine.
yeah.
Yeah, this one I think will deliver if you're a fan of that. Meatball Machine's a great
And
example.
especially if you're a fan of Tokyo Gore Police. I mean, you'll
Yes.
definitely like the fuck out of it then.
Yes, yes. All right, so segment 3. I know we're all Clint Howard fans. Now this is
this is the one you can throw to me towards Dan.
I am not an
the only
Uwe
one.
Boll fan though. I hate that son of a bitch.
Now, this is a separate rant, but I always say it's because of a few movies. There are some movies you need to see. Uwe Boll's not some awful filmmaker that people make him out.
But he is
No,
an awful person.
there's just a couple of movies that have severely offended me.
I know, Alone in the Dark, and yeah, but anyways, so this is actually loosely based on the Josef Fritzi case, and
Oh shit.
So this is short. Clint Howard and Caroline Williams of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 fame are a couple, kind of boring, just very. We just follow this boring dinner table conversation. Nothing particularly unusual until it's revealed that Clint is quite the monster. And I'm gonna say this is also a short segment, so we don't spend a lot of time with it. But probably the most fucked up thing I've ever seen Clint Howard.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Spoiler: this was my favorite segment.
Oh wow! Well, you know what? It doesn't surprise me. I mean,
I'm assuming non-consensual cheeseburgers.
This
family affair.
This segment made sense on why people like are anticipating, the new extreme horror anthology. Like it delivered, and I don't like a lot of Uwe Boll's movies, but goddamn, like he knew the assignment, came up. It fucking delivered, and I mean it's probably gonna be one of the segments that stays in your brain the longest. I think, because it's the most fucked up. It just depends on the way you look at things. We get a very similar segment towards the end that is also extremely fucked up, but
it's the casting. 100%
yeah.
is. It makes it,
yeah,
because if it would have been anyone else instead of
Clint,
it would have, but the fact it's him, it makes it even more.
And they go graphic as fuck with it too, and it goes on for a minute, and you're just sitting there, and you're like, "What the fuck? I need to take a goddamn shower." And I mean, it delivered on what you would want out of an extreme horror movie.
Companion
to make you
piece to Irreversible.
I mean, if you want to call it that, maybe.
I'm gonna say I'm surprised it's your favorite, Todd, when we get there, because I do feel like there's one of the longer segments that's next level.
But we'll get to that.
I enjoy it. It's a good segment. I mean, it's set up and goes straight to the punch really quick, so it may not play for everybody for that reason, but it works. It works. And again, if you're a Clint Howard fan, you've never it's a lot more fucked up than the Ice Cream Man.
Yeah, holy shit. Makes the Ice Cream Man look like fucking The Simpsons.
Yes. And I'm just going to say in general, yeah, if you're squeamish, there's going to be some of you out there that should probably pass on this movie.
Yeah, but you know what you're getting into, dude.
Yes. All right, so next one's going to be quick because, again, it's more of an ABCs of Death, like very short segment, but it's called Bridge, and it's from director, the late, great Ruggiero Deodato, and unfortunately, there's a lot of people, rest in peace, a lot of people connected with this movie that have sadly passed on. Ryan Nicholson's another one in the many years that it's taken for it to finally be released. Which I should have said at the top. September 24th, this is being put out on Blu-ray by Unearthed Films. And there is no VOD as far as I'm aware right now. So,
I mean,
media.
They may have it on their Vimeo. I mean, they do that.
I'm pretty sure.
They may have.
They will. They put everything on.
So, Bridge, I don't have a whole lot to say. It's
All
just
right.
very short, but go for it if you have something.
This just kind of pissed me off, because I was very excited for, Ruggiero Deodato, and then I don't even know what the fuck this was. it seemed like an unfinished segment. I brought it up earlier that there was multiple that felt like that. This one especially, because it kind of just ends. You really don't know where it's going, and I don't know. I don't know what the master Diodato was doing with this, but it really disappointed the hell out of me because I was super excited when I saw his name on the ballot. And this is definitely the one segment out of the whole movie that I strongly disliked.
It may have been like 2 minutes, so it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, okay. I'm sure I'm missing some meaning here, but it's over fast, so it doesn't really distract.
No, it didn't. JG Michael said, I found the bridge underwhelming when I saw the festival print. It's his take on childhood evil and is influenced by The Shining. I mean, I guess I can kind of see that, but yeah, I didn't really care for it much at all.
Yeah, but it goes by quick.
Yeah, it does. And then we get hit with something really big next. So.
Yes, our next segment is the Tophet Quorum, segment number 5 from director Sergio Stivoletti.
Dude, this was my segment. This was my favorite one. God
figured, Kruger.
It was hardcore. I mean, just awesome fucking practical effects. Taboo deaths that you don't get to see every single day. Yeah, Pugs. I saw those eyebrows raised. You're excited, and you're should
correct.
be.
Yeah.
This shit was badass as fuck. Torture, paranormal creatures, everything that you would want out of an extreme horror anthology segment. Is in this goddamn movie.
Yeah, it has a lot going on.
A ton going on. It's like to the point where I want a fucking full movie of this because I mean it totally would work. The Tophet Quorum is the piece of resistance when it comes to this movie for me, and I think is worth even if you don't like any other segment, this one's worth watching.
Yeah, it touches on a lot of different subgenres, some heavy torture stuff in this segment.
Hardcore torture, bro.
Yeah, like now just the simple medieval style is not enough. We're gonna up it by about 20. And
fuck.
Once again, this one is nasty. It's ugly. If you get even, like I said, we're pretty desensitized here at Flesh Wound. Even I kind of looked away once or twice just because it was so fucking just brutal. It might fare well as a feature, just getting to know some of the characters more, and then like the awful shit that happens to them. Good story. Sergio Stivoletti, who I've met, really, this was one of the people that I think I even talked to about this, and like, goddamn, dude, like, I don't know if you'll ever watch this, but you fucking delivered. There's some titans on this movie, so don't sleep on this one. One of the best segments for sure. Not my favorite yet, which I think we're getting to. All right. Moving on to our next one. If nobody has any closing thoughts on that.
So not a smooth transition to the next segment, Dan.
Giving it a pause, Tad. Giving it a pause.
Yeah.
All right.
It fucks up.
So the next one, Good Wife, from director. Fuck, who did Good Wife? I got it.
Ryan Nicholson.
Ryan Nicholson.
Jesus.
Son of a bitch.
I'm eager to talk about so much. Ryan Nicholson directs The Good Wife, and this is another serial killer.
Yeah,
story.
I'm switching my favorite.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised
not?
This wasn't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're both pretty awesome for different reasons, though. I think I like the shock value of the other one.
For anybody that's a first time watcher, we have covered basically most of Unearth's releases of Ryan Nicholson's films. We're just waiting on whatever's left, and we basically have done his whole filmography. We love Ryan Nicholson here on Flesh Wound. Gutter Balls, fucking
the school
Famine.
Yeah, is it Famine the school one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Famine,
all of
live feed, fucking Caller, like all of those movies are so fucking badass, and we absolutely adore anything that he's done. So this was a real fucking treat for us to finally get to see this goddamn segment.
Well, and just the basic story: husband, who is also a serial killer, and I mean, there's not much else to say. Doesn't like women very much, but he does have a very dedicated wife at home, played by Monique Parent. Now, most of you out there, we've certainly reviewed our fair share of Monique Parent stuff. She's known for a lot of softcore fare, some erotic thrillers. I'm a huge fan. This is when you get to see her in a more featured, serious role like this, she always delivers. This is a holy grail segment for fans of Monique Parent because she is fantastic as the wife. And I won't reveal anything because this one does have a twist, but this is so fucked up.
You know how I always say I like to do things separate from the wife? This is why. Like I like to do my own thing.
Do not watch this with the wife, the girlfriend. Do not watch it. You probably just want to watch this one alone and then shower twice.
That's
You
not how
want
I
to-
operate.
you want to be able to watch it with the girlfriend.
Well,
So you
Dave
know-
already
well-
has the serial killer demeanor, so we can't add that edge to this.
That's fucked up. This kick, if you're a fan of extreme horror, this kicks all the fucking ass.
Yeah, it's crazy as fuck.
Yeah,
it's crazy as fuck. It's dirty. It's grimy. It's borderline XXX. It is
just like all of Ryan Nicholson's shit, dude.
Ryan Nicholson at his best.
Like if you like gutter balls, you'll love this. I mean, and also they what's his name?
I'd say more fucked up. shit,
Our homeboy, what's his name? That's in all of Nicholson's shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know off the top of my head. I know.
God damn it.
Monique Parent though is fantastic, and I will say, like there is a line in here that's so quotable, but it does kind of give away something.
Then save it for spoilers.
Gory, psychologically fucked up. Lots of warnings for this one.
And it didn't need a goddamn triggering spoiler warning.
I think by the time you get to this point, you know. The trigger warning for this should be get the fuck out if anything bothers you.
Yeah, right.
Like just run now. Run for the exit. I love this segment. And again, I'm a Monique Parent mark. I think she has like a mainstream YouTube channel now that's huge where she does like decorating tips or something. So
sounds cool.
Big mark my ass if you're not subscribed. Yeah,
right. I know.
She's not talking about strip show.
He's acting like he doesn't
channel.
know what they talk about. There.
You know what? I accept that.
I think I dropped the
We would treat you the
question
same way, Dan. Don't trip on it.
But get on this one, guys. Yeah. So our seventh segment, Seven Moors in Tabula, which is got so many directors written down. I apologize that I'm slow. This one was
He finally said it.
What's that Lady Gaga song?
this one was
Myself.
Mariandora. Mariandora. So Kruger, what did you think about Moors in Tabula? Mariandora, yeah, big cult director.
Wasn't big on this one. It just
okay.
I don't know. It kind of bored me a little bit, and then when we got into like the experiments that were going on, I was just kind of underwhelmed. Didn't really
the ending sells this though, because it's a really fucked up ending.
Yeah, but it didn't deliver on the stuff visually or psychologically, just for me personally. But I can see how other people can like it. But yeah, I think this and unfortunately Anthony DiBlasi's segment were the two weakest.
Yeah. This one worked for me. It's shorter. I like the twist. a little more psychological, but there's some gore. It's after Good Wife, it's kind of maybe.
Well, dude, after Good Wife and Tophet Quorum, like it's hard to go down with the effects after those two.
But that segues into segment 8, which I know JG's talking about. Sins of the Father from director Nacho Villolando of Time Crimes fame, one of my favorite directors.
Love Time Crimes.
So this one I don't want. Now this isn't really a gore segment, but it is one of the most fucked up.
Yeah, here's the thing that's beautiful about this thing is there's absolutely no gore at all, but goddamn, does this one make you fucking want to vomit and take a shower? Like it's so fucked up, and like the end where it just leaves you with your jaw dropped, like
getting my blood
and
flowing.
They didn't even and the thing was they didn't even need to show anything. I mean, if they would have showed it. If they would have shown, hold on,
Kruger is saying this.
Hold on, Dan. If they would have showed it, I would have been like, "Holy fuck, this is probably the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life." But they didn't, and it's still teetering on that fucking level.
Yeah, this ending to this one, again, God, not a gore segment, but the ending is nasty, ugly, mean, and just wonderfully written. I love Nacho. Yeah. I've been a huge fan now for forever. And if you're a fan, add this among all the great work that he's done. This is a what a segment. That's all I can really say about it. Which next, after that ending, man, I think we need another cool down. Up next, we have our next segment from director Michael Todd Schneider, Mana. So this is the one that takes place in the fetish club, and there's a ton of fucked up shit going on, lots of gore, kind of almost feels like a American Guinea Pig kind of movie.
Well, this was it felt kind of like Blade mixed with like extreme. Okay, so like the club setting is what I'm saying. Like it reminded me of scenes in Blade where like I felt like that was like the aesthetic they were going for, but then like they, go into the torture porn aspect. So it was like Blade and the Hostel mixed together.
Oh yeah. I really enjoyed this one. It's tough when you're coming off because Good Wife and Nacho's segment, those are just next fucking level, man. Like I mind blowers, and I did like this one quite a bit.
It was hard.
It's kind of tough to out fuck up those two segments.
This movie in general is just like, how can we out fuck up each other?
yeah, definitely. Lots of eyeball stuff in this segment. A lot of testicular trauma as well.
Genital mutilation.
yes. It will make you squirm in your seat if you're a dude, for sure. But also a lot of erotica too. Watching this, I'm like, man, I wish we had more erotic horror out there, because this also delivers
little deaths. If you do enjoy this movie when you watch this review, Little Deaths is another good fucked up extreme horror anthology.
Yeah, I think this out extremes that, but I like Little Deaths.
No, it definitely does for sure. But like Little Deaths would be a good double with this.
Yeah, I agree. And after this, we get Jeremy Kasten's segment, Amuse Boucher, which is very short and kind of just wraps.
Was that the final
up.
segment?
Yes. Okay, yeah. Segment 9.
Yeah, that one I don't really remember. That one was super short. There wasn't really.
Yeah, I don't even remember it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It comes pretty quick, and it's just kind of like, oh, okay.
It's about food.
I rewound it. I was like, did I miss something? I feel like, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple that are a little bit shorter than I'd rather. But overall, guys, like, if you're a fan of extreme horror, this is a must pick up.
And with it being anthology, you got a little bit of everything, totally different styles. It just works. Like, while we didn't love every segment, the ones we did, we loved. And there's so much different stuff. There's something for everyone. I mean, if you like extreme horror, this is the anthology for you. I don't know how else to put that.
100%.
It's worth the wait. Like I said, I mean, my God, I just assumed was never going to happen. There's probably been a lot of stuff I've heard over the years that wasn't even true. I just thought, like, well,
Steven for the last 5 years has been telling us, I promise you it's going to happen. And he delivered. And there was motherfuckers that were like being assholes in like the Unearthed chat and shit, like, oh, here we go again talking about the Profane Exhibit. Well, now it's fucking here, and it definitely delivered, I think.
Oh yeah.
Here's a question JG has.
JG Michael, does the print you guys watch have the weird Lynchian transition segments?
If
you're
segments,
the meat cutting stuff,
the meat. If you're talking about the meat cutting stuff, then
He just. I remember there being these transitioned with meat grind or some such.
Yeah. This is the final version. I know, like I said, as I looked at some old articles, that unfinished segments had aired somewhere. But this is what you've been waiting for. It's all done. I can't wait to dive into some of the extras. I'm a happy camper.
Steve, I believe it was like around an hour and 50 minutes.
It was 1:48 was the runtime, an hour and 48 minutes. So just under 2 hours.
Yeah. So, guys, check it out. Get the Blu-ray September 24th. This is the one you've been waiting for.
And thank you so much, Unearthed, for letting us view it early and review it.
Yeah, they were in the chat earlier. I also did see A&G Films. Also popped in and we shit for Only Fangs. So shout out if he was still there.
Yes. So let us know what you guys think. What's your favorite segment in the chat when you get to see this, hopefully next month, and support this, because it took so long. I mean, there's so many just blood, sweat, and tears, people that aren't even with us anymore, that had their hand in making this.
Piss, all of it.
Dude, again, like getting to see another piece of Ryan Nicholson's career is very, very fucking cool. Like that alone for me made this movie, especially because it delivered. I mean, it's everything that he does well.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think Nicholson and Stivaleti had the show stealers. And,
for sure.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
What else has Stivaleti done?
Oh, well, Demons. I mean, some of the effects work. I mean, he's a legend.
As far as like making his own thing.
Yeah. No, he should be directing more after this. So,
as JG Michael said earlier, it was like a Universal monster movie on crack. It's fucking great.
Ugh. And I would be curious to know if the segments that were at one point supposedly going to be in the final cut, if those were even shot, what the history is there. That's why I'm really kind of
especially the Rick family one,
the special features.
I
hope there's also some special effects because go ahead.
No, go for it.
Okay. Stivaleti, again, the legacy on the effects front is just insane, from the Argento stuff to, I mean, most recently Dark Glasses was recent work. So this once again shows like that dude should be directing a lot more because he can do it and he's fantastic. So
I did want
to
throw out for the Blu-ray bonus material. It's going to have audio commentary. It's got interviews with Jeremy Kasten, Uli Boll, Amanda Emanuel, Michael Todd Schneider, a documentary, 10 Years in the Making, Awaken Mana, footage from the world premiere, gallery, trailers, subtitles.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So
Unearth, by the way, is always the most consistent when it comes to their special features. They do not fuck around ever. It doesn't matter what the movie is. They always have like either 5 versions of the goddamn movie on one Blu-ray or like a documentary or something thrown in there. So I just
Gutterball's got like a day's worth of outtakes.
Dude, Jesus, dude, literally the Gutterballs release, if you're a Ryan Nicholson fan, is fucking impeccable. It's like one of the greatest fucking releases ever. And we have a lot of good shit coming from Unearthed Films too. Coming up, we have a Serbian documentary, which I think is gonna fucking. I have fingers crossed that a Serbian documentary is gonna fucking blow up just because of the lore behind the movie itself. I think so many people are just gonna be like, all right, well, I don't want to watch the movie, but I'll watch a documentary about it, and I think it's gonna be something really fucking special. I have my faith in that, and I think that's gonna be out within the next few months. I think at least by the next year or so. So I'm looking forward to that. We had Guyver
getting
too.
Closer. I said it's getting closer, definitely, the release.
Yeah.
Also, Christmas Cruelty available right now on Earth.
Yeah. And with us on the special
and you got some extra sexy extras now.
Yeah.
And also
and Dan.
Good thing that they took time in putting this together. It was worth the wait. So all right, let's move on to our next film, which is
Dan.
Yeah.
Let me produce. All right, Kruger, what are you gonna rate this one?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Overall rating.
I was tossed up between a 3.5 and a 4, and that is me like being like very particular and rating every segment, averaging it out. I'm gonna go with a 3.5 for now, but I'm gonna revisit this as soon as I get the Blu-ray in. So, especially for Ryan Nicholson's segment. So 3.5, but with room to grow.
All right. I am 4.5. I think this more than delivers what it promises, and the shorter segments that maybe didn't quite blow you away, it's fine because they were short. So this one kicked my ass. I loved it. Check it out.
Yeah, I'm a 4 on this one. Definitely check it out. Pick up the Blu-ray when it comes out. Definitely recommend it. And that's, again, like Kruger did, kind of averaging, because there's a couple 5 segments in there. So
yeah, honestly, if Rogerio Diodato's segment didn't make me so angry, it would have been way higher.
So there you go. There's that one out of the way. Check it out. It's definitely worth picking up.
Absolutely, and I think a lot of people are going to be happy.
Absolutely.
Right, now we got to pick up the pace, gentlemen.
All right, so our next film, The CROW 2024, from director Rupert Sanders. And in this film, soulmates Eric and Shelley are brutally murdered. Given a chance to save the love of his life, Eric must sacrifice himself and traverse the worlds of the living and the dead, seeking revenge. So I'm a huge fan of the original CROW. 30
Same
years.
here.
Making
Same
me
here.
feel, making me.
Oh, you guys don't like the CROW?
I feel like it's
like
a chick
it.
flick. I always have.
I like it. I just find it overrated.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
RoboCop exists.
Thank you.
How the fuck do you compare RoboCop to the CROW?
It's the same story, dude. It's the same outline.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think those are
RoboCop, right?
Styles,
Mm-hmm.
but,
yep.
But I love.
Break it down to basic story. It's the same shit.
Same story.
Dude comes back for revenge.
Well, sure.
I mean, you could break that down with every fucking revenge.
Exactly. But this Robo is way cooler than this goth guy. But let's talk about this one. We can get to.
We can have the RoboCop CROW discussion. That's a Patreon.
That's cool.
You guys are cunts.
So 30 years, a lot of false starts. Of course, we had the sequels. Wicked Prayer was the last one. But
the television series. Don't forget that.
Yeah. At different points, we had Stairway to Heaven. But we had, just for this specific remake, Luke Evans, Jason Momoa, Tom Hiddleston, Bradley Cooper, all attached at different points, kept falling apart, and probably should have kept that way. It just should have gone away at this point. But we did get this movie, unfortunately. It's not as bad as people are making it out to be. I will throw that out there. Like,
Wow.
There's way
Being
worse
honest. Look at you.
It-
Good job.
I know.
no,
there's
it's
way
not
worse
good.
sequels.
Again,
no, I'm just proud of
let
you.
me-
for,
let me
for saying
finish.
that.
not a fan of this movie, but it's not as awful as people are making it out to be.
Well,
but-
I don't even know who this movie's made for. 'Cause it's
I do.
I do.
okay.
Yeah.
Please tell me when we get. Is that
modern.
Well, no,
it's really
it's made for like the modern goth,
Sad
boy,
boy,
sad
SoundCloud
girl.
rappers.
I'm not even
Oh,
going to
yeah.
use goth.
The
anymore.
people that Bubba picks
Emo.
on,
that makes
this
sense.
in 10
I
years.
thought of Bubba the whole time.
In 10
Oh
years,
my god!
Yeah.
Don't, I
In-
mean, true, but
in 10 years, if people survive this stage of their life, this movie is going to be a cult for them. Like,
yeah.
They-
They
if
won't
they
even
survive,
remember, and
yeah.
they're too dumb.
You're incredibly wrong, Dan. There's tons of shit movies that have cult followings.
Yeah,
This
like
will
we'll
be one
see.
with
No,
the survivors of the sad boy rap
like this.
SoundCloud.
This 100% like plays into that culture. I can see a ton of fucking teenagers that are fucking, popping Molly every fucking weekend, fucking, fucking off, liking this movie. It
Right.
plays for a certain crowd, just
Well,
like
they're not being very loud about it right now. Because
Well,
Most
no,
SoundCloud rappers aren't, Dan.
yeah, but
Go
do
to
you
the jungle,
do you understand? SoundCloud rappers don't go to the fucking movies. They fucking watch that shit when it gets on the goddamn fucking streaming service when they're fucking zanned out of their brain. So
and then they
trust
forget
me,
about it.
they will no, dude.
In
there's
7
gonna be,
years at the gathering, there's going to be a
there's-
shitload of new CROW shirts.
yeah.
There
Hey,
again. My screening ended with uproarious applause and cheers.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you live next to
There's-
Disneyland. That makes
there's-
sense.
That was a door walk.
Oh, right.
Let me
Well,
just say that. Let me just say this. I don't like this fucking movie, but I get the people that would like it. I understand it because like the fucking the drug shit, meeting your partner in rehab type shit, like it all plays into a certain culture, and I think but I don't think they accounted for the fact that these people don't go to the fucking movie theater. But
Well,
I
they
think
definitely
this-
don't do that.
I-
It grossed
I-
$4 million, I
That's
think. So
But I
it's-
think that there's gonna be a cult following for this movie with
No,
a
we'll
certain
see.
group of people.
Well, this CROW flies straight into the fan. All right. Number one, when we go back to the original film, I think they shoot themselves in the foot making it.
Damn, you couldn't have
David,
used a different analogy, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, well,
Disrespectful, man.
Eric Draven and Shelley in the original. What's really interesting, you go back to the original, we don't spend a lot of time with Eric and Shelley. It's
Absolutely
And
none.
for the record, they never
yeah.
say Draven. I never heard it once.
No, they don't. But
Really?
it's
Oh, really?
it's
Thought they did.
Eric and Shelley, and ahead of time it was Eric Draven. But in the original film, we only get brief flashbacks, and we feel that guy's pain in that movie. Like, I mean, they do such a good job of establishing that love story, why he would come back to get revenge, and this one. They know each other for I think like 2 or 3 days past, and
It's not
they
2 or
meet-
3 days. It's longer than that. But
well, I don't know. They don't say, but it's very short amount of time. Does not give that sense at all that he would. And this one, especially because there's supernatural elements and more different supernatural elements, I should say, and that he would come. That he would risk hell for this girl at this point that he just recently met in a rehab facility.
Yeah, that doesn't
can
matter.
Doesn't sell it at all.
can I argue
I
that-
just heard that too.
can I argue that his character, the Eric Draven in this movie, is a whole human being. He like doesn't have fucking much will to live just in general. So Shelley became his will to live in the fucking movie.
I wanted
So that's why what happens and why he's a broken, like she says in the fucking movie, he's beautifully broken. Like,
which was a
fucking-
stupid and cringy line, the way she delivered that. But
yeah, brilliantly broken. Yeah.
FKA Twigs, you can tell, is not like a great actress, but she's not bad in this. Like, you know, I was like, if you gave her better material, maybe. I didn't even think the chemistry was as bad as people say. I think, like, okay, give them better material. I think these two work fine.
I thought the romance part was fine.
Yeah, I didn't
like
think
two
I
different
didn't
movies.
believe you liked her. I think you liked her. I don't think you loved her.
Well, but Pugs, there's a whole other reason for you on that one. I get that. You're going to be biased no matter what. So,
all right.
No, but
one thing that I think we'll all agree, though, real quick, is the villains. Now, we had Michael Wincott in the original is fantastic. Tony Todd's great. Bai Ling's great. All the side villains are great. Even the follow-up sequels to The Crow, not great, but we still have Richard Brooks in City of Angels, Iggy Pop, Thomas Jane, early Thomas Jane. All of those people are good, charismatic villains. Fred Ward later on.
Well, they have gimmicks to them too, and that's the problem. This one, all the villains had no gimmicks to them other than the main villain and whatever the fuck that was. Like, I love Danny Hudson, but like
Danny Houston,
or Houston, whatever the fuck his name is, the goddamn vampire from 30 Days a Night. But
yeah, he's good, but he's got nothing.
I love him, but like, the fucking the origin story and like the backstory behind him being the big bad is just like, what the fuck? And then you expect this big final showdown to happen, and then it ends. And it's like, wow. So you're gonna fucking blue ball? Because let me be honest, I didn't like hate the fucking movie up until the ending, because I kind of saw where they were going, and then once fucking Bill Skarsgård got his fucking makeup on, I was like, all right, you know what? Like, let me just.
The following scene is the shit.
No, hold on, and like,
the
let
opera massacre.
I was gonna say that. Like, let me just like, once he got the makeup on, I was like, all right, let's just go. And then the opera scene happened. That was awesome. And then it fucking just completely falls flat the rest of the movie. After you get out of that opera scene, just turn the fucking movie off, pretend like you saw everything, and that's it.
Because my big thing was, why don't we just do this the entire time? What are we doing?
Exactly. Exactly.
They went full RoboCop.
Dude, and it was, and it pissed me off because it was just like, wow, we're gonna wait till literally the last 20 minutes of the fucking movie to put him in his gimmick. Like, that also bothered me, because like in the original Crow, it's very fast paced. You see what the fuck happened to them, and then boom, fucking Eric Draven's right there, fucking in the makeup, and this took. An hour and fucking 15, an hour and 20 minutes to get there.
Well, it's a cool scene. It feels like it belongs more in a John Wick movie, but yeah, there's some cool slaughter. Also with Danny Houston,
a lot of CGI.
Yeah, there is. With Danny Houston, even aside from him, I mean, he's fine. He doesn't have much to work with. His two heavies are an old man and an aging blonde chick that do nothing.
And a one-eyed guy.
Yeah, they do fucking nothing. They're the least intimidating heavies. Yeah, this movie is just kind of lazy at times, and it feels like maybe there was interference in this one. I don't know, but everything feels off. You go back, I mean, James O'Barr's 1989 comic, which there was actual pain poured into that because he did lose his I can't remember if it was his wife or girlfriend, but a lot of actual pain that went into that story, and it just doesn't even come close. It's better than Wicked Prayer, but I can't even necessarily say that it's better than City of Angels or Salvation.
The thing that pissed me off too is they got rid of the complete essay part of it too. Like there was none of that. Like that. See, like for me, a rape revenge movie fucking like gets me behind it. And that's what got me behind the first Crow. It was honestly probably one of the first movies of that genre, I would say, like, you know, getting revenge for your loved one being wrong type thing. And they didn't take it to the level that they could have. They could have went like hard as fuck. It's an R-rated movie. They already had the gore. Like, they could have made this a really nice dark story, and they fucking didn't have any balls.
Yeah,
No,
neutered is apropos, I can for sure.
If you're a goth kid into Skarsgård, who is a good actor, he's had 2 big flops, so I hope Nosferatu delivers for him.
I was watching. I was
I don't
like,
think
yeah,
he's the problem though.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's not fucking problem. He
Better
acted his little
material.
heart out, dude.
Yeah.
He acted his little heart out in this movie. He knew it was shit, though. You could tell in a couple of scenes. He knew. He was just like, fuck, this is gonna fucking kill me.
I was watching it too, and it's funny because like why I said I don't know who to recommend it to. It's like because as I was watching, I was like, yeah, this is I could recommend this to my wife. And then
Haley would like it.
Yeah, there you go. and then the whole bloodbath happens. I'm like, I can't tell her to watch this. She's gonna fucking hate it now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a good scene that belongs in a different movie.
Yeah, it's like, it was totally. I was like watching, like, what the what?
That made me sit up. I'm like, whoa. What?
Yeah, it could.
Are we here from now on? Because it's badass. Why shouldn't we do it the whole time?
Yeah,
but then they bring it down so.
You know? And then that wet fart of a finish, like, oh, that's it. You're gonna, okay, whatever. But for me, as a whole, I was not offended. But again, I don't hold this near and dear to my heart. I thought the score was fucking phenomenal. That deep bass thing that they got going on, I want to listen to that like by itself without the movie. Shout out to Evil Ed. What he cracked me up. He's like, this is a shit CROW remake. But this dark and gritty little Nicky, I'm on board.
I thought the music sucked.
Really? Well, I loved it. It was great.
I mean, compared to that first
the
movie.
Okay, are we talking about music or score?
Both.
Because the music, like the music, actual music, yeah,
music,
obviously, I'm gonna fucking choose that. But the score here was fucking gnarly.
With the exception of Wicked Prayer, which even that might have had some good, I just don't remember the music, but those first 3 CROW movies, especially the first one, great soundtrack.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack.
This didn't even have the music going.
I'll give City of Angels the props on the soundtrack.
Corn's on there. Fuck yeah.
Rob Zombie above the law for me. So.
Oh, hell yeah.
You guys
City
have
of
heard
Angels.
The story about Rob Zombie supposed to direct a CROW movie, which would have been amazing.
The third one, right?
Yeah.
Was it
it's not really what. Yeah, it totally changed, but yeah, it would have been the third movie.
Yeah,
see, I thought it was after the straight-to-video stuff was already started. And he was going to.
Shit would have been so fucking.
That's the way I remember it.
I don't believe it would have been.
It was like more of a Western. They really need.
I like on the cowboy because then I'm in.
It was like a post-apocalyptic Western, if I remember right. But you need to do something different with the material. You can use the setup for the CROW and do almost anything you fucking want. And they just made a lame. I mean, this is different. I'm not gonna say it's not the same movie as the original CROW, but they didn't go different enough, I guess. I mean,
but that's the thing; they're not going to go different enough because they needed to be the same enough to use the property to get people to want. It's a whole fucking.
It's Jared Leto CROW.
Even the city in the original film.
I would make that movie those
squalor.
Just to piss everybody off.
That would be fun. Dude, that would be funny as fuck. CROW Joker crossover.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah, I like it.
Nowadays, they get desperate, but the city.
I know, but serious though, they're like, it works so well for that Suicide Squad movie. Let's do it too.
Yeah, right.
I think that
defend
original
the hand tattoo. That's the only one.
I never.
That hand tattoo is cool, but
that's
everything
badass.
else.
And the forearm, because when he's holding somebody hostage, that's fucking rad, dude.
He looks like a fucking dork in this movie. Some of the tattoos he had, but the city in that original film, the look of it, the squalor.
I don't know. Dan is really like every time we like try to wrap up, Dan has more to say about it.
We're talking about his tattoos, Todd. Fuck you.
I moved on to the Joker.
Anyways,
yes, I'm not a fan of this movie.
Okay, Dan, you also got a shit out about it. Get it out quick so we can move.
It's out now. I have shat. Now we can rate it.
Well, now you got to ask
Kruger?
everyone else if they got to say no.
I was
Kruger.
tossed up between a 1.5 and a 2. I'm gonna go with a 2. Because I didn't leave the theater wanting to punch somebody, but and that's probably because of the opera scene. But at the same time, Bill Skarsgård deserved better. They shouldn't have fucking made him dress up with a bunch of tattoos and hang out with some fucking drug addict chick. I'm very disappointed in this movie. Also, they like, one thing that would have made this movie better for me is just if they didn't call them Eric and Shelley. Like, son of a bitch, could have just been a CROW story with new fucking characters. But the fact that it was supposed to be Eric and Shelley made it even worse.
I'm going, it's Eric Smith because they never said Draven.
No, it's Draven in the goddamn fucking IMDb. Shut up.
It isn't. It just says Eric.
It did say Draven at one. No, it does, but it said Draven at one point. They pissed off the fans. There is no reason whatsoever that they needed to make this Eric and Shelley and piss off the base that was already there.
2 out of 5 for me.
Hit no matter what. I'm 1.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm about in the middle too. Because it's not as bad as people are making it out to be. Wait till this shit hits streaming and watch the shitstorm. We'll see.
I don't know. Yeah,
so
2.5.
Highest? Oh
yeah.
no, you were.
Pugs was too. You said 2.5 too, right?
No, I said 2.
Oh, okay. I'm 2.5.
You and I were the same.
Yeah. It's really a 1.5 movie, but I fucking love the score. I was like, shit, I can close my eyes and listen to this.
The opera scene's really fucking cool.
It is.
If that would have been him with the cool makeup and the long hair,
what was it? This movie made Sting retire. Is that what it was?
Right?
Dude, like, nah, I had the
Or is he coming back? Oh, there's that Darby's new fucking bullshit.
Dude,
what's the next one?
Sting just came back too.
Yeah, well,
he
saw the movie. He's like, we're not.
Dude, you know what's my favorite thing about Sting? Just side note, his last match. Fucking like whatever Sting's like AEW thing was, he just no sells people. And fucking the Young Bucks double super kick him in his last match. And he goes back like he's about to sell it. And then he just looks at them. It's so fucking funny. And then double clothesline them. It's the greatest shit ever. If you haven't seen Sting's last match, it's amazing pro wrestling match.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be his last match, but we'll go. Dan, what do we got next?
All right, up next we have We Are Zombies from the directing team of Francois Simard, Anouk Wissel, and Jon Carl Wissel. And in this film, which is a comic book adaptation, in a city infested with the living impaired, aka non-cannibal zombies, 3 slackers after easy money must fight small-time crooks and an evil mega corporation to save their kidnapped granny. Kruger, what did you think of We Are Zombies?
Well, this comes from the Turbo Kid team. So fucking, I was super excited about it. And just like Turbo Kid, it felt very similar in tone. It has like the same tone and feel. And I love the characters. The big chubby guy that's fucking super awkward that has a crush on Homeboy's sister. He cracked me the fuck.
I call him Cool Dan, but whatever.
Yeah, he cracked me the fuck up throughout the whole fucking movie. I thought he was so funny. And I love the twist that they have on the zombie genre where like they aren't flesh eaters until something else is implemented into the story. Great practical effects throughout it. That fucking giant zombie monster at the end looked so badass.
The Goro zombie, it kind of
yeah, Goro zombie. That was so sick. I like the story. The hot webcam girl zombie was great. I liked how the nerdy kid fucking played into everything. It was just a good time. This is the type of horror comedy I like. Lots of good effects and gore and fun characters to be around, and I had a great time with it.
You hit on the head there with the fun to be around. I enjoyed my time with these people. I was on their side. I love the granny. She's adorable. the effects are fucking great. Yeah, this is good fun. Yeah, I liked it a lot. That's all. It just made me happy. Dan or Todd?
Yes. So I'm not familiar with the comic, so I'm not sure how authentic this is to the material, but I really liked it. Number one, I thought the zombies looked fantastic. Just great effects work in this one, as you were talking about. That final zombie towards the end, holy shit, really great work. It's there's maybe a few points where budget doesn't match the big ideas, but overall, I think it really delivered. I thought the characters were funny. The grandma was hilarious. And I enjoyed this.
Hat, Dan. You gotta get that hat.
The response to the hat was my favorite part of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
It was like if you took Dan and split him into two people. That's our lead.
There you go. There you go. It almost felt like and maybe people that have read the comic, it felt like maybe like a prequel maybe to the comic, because the world hasn't like totally fallen yet, but I like that they're doing different things. And yeah, just the opening scene stealing the zombie's gold tooth, I thought that was pretty funny. I knew I was in for a good ride, and it doesn't feel like a modern movie to me either. Really the lack of CG and just the better looking zombies that they're really taking their time on, I think yeah, it held up. Even the humor, it's a couple lines I wouldn't expect in a newer movie. One in particular.
They're taking it back. All right, the next generation. Tired of these fucking pussies.
Well, yep, absolutely. This one's pretty quotable, and it's tough to make a zombie movie that clicks now. People are just so fucking burned out. This is a Screambox original, and I hope people will embrace this. I think it might be what you're looking for. It adds some fresh story into a very tired subgenre, and yeah, I dug it.
Yeah, this thing was a good time start to finish. Yeah, it sets up see, here's the thing that the directing team has. No matter what it is, they can build that world in like the first 10 minutes of a movie, and you believe you're in that world. They did it with this, they did it with Turbo Kid, then they like, and see, I get what you're saying. It doesn't feel like a new movie. See, it feels modern. It feels like a good movie that does all the things we used to see.
Not
like, and that's and that's the way all their films have been. This one, like
Turbo Kid, is so good, dude.
Yeah, but like this, I love this one. This one it's fun. It's got a brisk runtime. It's start to finish. It's a good time. I can't not recommend this too. Like, cause with zombie fatigue, you're good too. I mean, there's enough fun. It's different enough. I think this is a good recommend. To most people.
Dude, this team and Steven Kostanski need to get together. They
very similar tone and like
they could make fucking something beautiful, man.
Good pairing for an anthology too.
Oh yeah, Psycho Gorman and Turbo Kid is like a fucking badass double.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have Frankie or Freaky Franco, whatever the fuck.
Soon,
Frankie Frico,
Frankie Frico coming out pretty soon. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, loved it.
So, any closing thoughts? Are we ready to rate it?
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Dan,
4 stars.
All right, Pugs.
4 stars.
4 out of 5 for me.
3.5 out of 5 for me.
I'm a 4.5. I really love this one. So
nice. Okay.
Very cool. What do we got up next, Dan? Something.
All right. Up next, and I know we'll have some rants and spoilers.
Do we need to do a spoiler warning on this one, or a trigger warning? Is that what we're up to?
This whole show's a trigger warning. Man,
no, there's a very specific movie that has a trigger warning.
Yes. So you want to do that first? Or
let's rant about that trigger warning first. So Dan messages. Oh, yeah.
I'll tell them what movie it is.
Tell them what
first,
the
so
movie
they
is.
know.
I was going.
Yeah.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Zoe Kravitz's new movie Blink Twice is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you want the synopsis?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No, I was going to talk about. That's why I was
Go
talking
for
about.
it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now you made it weird. So Dan messaged me and Pugs. I don't know. Did you message Kruger too? I don't even know. That there was we wanted to avert our eyes when watching Blink Twice, because he wouldn't even tell us it was a spoiler or trigger warning, which you could have just told us, Dan. But anyway, yeah, and it like was literally just like full of spoilers of the movie. Like I was like, I snapped a picture when I wasn't looking to read it after because I didn't want to have to. Yeah, with Dan. But yeah, I was like,
It directly gives away.
I'm a
They're
fucking
super
adult.
sensitive.
I'm a fucking adult who paid to see a rated R movie. I don't need a fucking trigger warning. And if you're gonna fucking spoil it, put a fucking spoiler warning. Hey, assholes, for those pussies coming up next, here's a spoiler warning because we're gonna give shit away for those pussies. Close your eyes.
Yeah,
for 5
no,
seconds.
no, real talk. But at the same time, if you did watch the trailer, I mean, you assumed
Did not.
that's where it was
No,
going
I
to go.
didn't.
It doesn't
See,
give
like I had,
that part away.
I mean,
No, it really doesn't.
I think you could fairly assume, brother.
No, I mean bad things, but not that. I think the problem though too is like so you've already bought your ticket at this point. It's too late. Like it's basically traumatized people. You just wasted $15.
Yeah, it's
have
rated
a
R.
website for this that people can look it up.
What Ben
Like
said.
the
I know
dog dies. Does the dog die? Ben Grimm, I know the trigger warning before a show/movie was a thing before Ju-on Netflix and how it spoils what happens. I say if you are worried about being triggered, there are ways to find what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not saying that this doesn't warrant it because this is probably a movie that a lot of people might have gone in expecting something kind of a light, fluffy thriller.
But we're to the fucking point where it's like, we have to warn you that the fucking movie is going to do something different. Like, because people are so fucking used to everything be so fucking vanilla straight down the line. If you want to do something different in a movie, you got to put a fucking, like, how can you imagine you go to see the nice, light, and happy Last House on the Left and you get a trigger warning, ruining the whole goddamn thing? Although that one might have gave it away. But
I read it and I'm like,
point.
well, fuck, I know exactly where
But
this
see,
is going.
here's the thing Dan fucked up on. He read the trigger warning. Because even though Dan told me not to, like as soon as I would have saw the words trigger warning,
I'm out.
Yeah, I wouldn't look. I know not to look. Just like I know when you see the ratings like on like TV, like I try not to look in the corner because they always give me RP, and I'm like, damn it, I wish I would have been a surprise, but okay. Yeah. So it's but yeah, goddamn it, grow the fuck up. Don't go see PG-13s if you need a fucking trigger warning. Jesus Christ. R-rated movies are for fucking adults.
But for me, again, and they're talking about it in the chat, but have a website. You want to post that, like then somebody that can be upset,
like I said,
can go and just look it up rather than
does the dog die? That's an actual website. You can go to movies and they will let you know. We can just have will you be triggered by this?
Do it on the studio site if you want, you know?
JG Michael, in theory, I'm fine with trigger warnings, but then when I see it practiced in cases like this,
if you need to trigger something about like racial sensitivity in an older film, I'm fine with that. You know, that's one thing. But like, you're not giving away plot points when you put a trigger warning before Song of the South. You're literally giving away plot points on this movie.
Yes.
That's my biggest problem with this trigger warning.
So I didn't realize that was the thing, Dan, because I wouldn't have read it anyway. But thank you.
It's only a few things.
I'll show the actual thing in our spoiler section. I took a picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, that just kind of like, all right.
I didn't see a trigger warning when I saw it. Was this the theaters doing?
Studio.
It was the studio because it was after the MGM.
Didn't something just happen like where they would? You know what? I'm never mind.
We'll talk about it more in spoilers. I just want to get that out because as we're talking about the spoilers, we're gonna not give these spoilers away in our review.
Yes.
The trigger warning didn't bother me. Just For the record,
But you didn't read it.
I didn't read it exactly.
That's
I don't need a trigger warning. I saw trigger warning. I'm okay. Cool. That's freaking.
In fairness, even if you look down though, like I can see the second it pops up, I see, and it's only a few things that usually require a trigger warning too. So, well, maybe 4 things. But all right, so blink twice. When tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala, he invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. As strange things start to happen, Frida questions her reality. All right, so yeah, we'll be careful. But hot tag, who wants to go first?
I can go.
Go for it.
All right. So I actually really enjoyed this movie. I don't want to, again, spoiler sensitive. I think I got the feeling of this movie that I will discuss in spoiler sections that I think was the feeling that everyone else got for a certain movie that was like last year or the year before. And I think you'll all understand once I get there. Yeah, again, no spoilers, but the performances are fine. I personally didn't find the 2 leading females attractive, so I'm like, yeah, I don't really believe this, but let's go for it anyway.
But I think that's part of it, though.
Oh, okay. Is it? Oh, we'll talk about that in spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this world. I do want to revisit this when it comes on home video to make sure I feel the way I feel about this, because it took me by surprise. I liked it.
Okay.
I want to see what Zoe does next. How about that? Yeah,
yeah, good. Good for Kruger.
Well, I liked most of this movie up until the ending. I would say maybe like the last 15 minutes. It felt like, how do I say this? Felt like certain people weren't fighting back at all, and it was driving me fucking crazy. And then like there was one certain person that was, but then everybody else like just felt like whoever was facing them was invincible, and it really pissed me off. And then what we were left with at the end, I just thought was like a lame cop-out ending. Like you could have wrapped this up with something more clever than that.
I know. I hate it when the bad guy went. No.
But I did like most of this movie. I don't understand the trigger warning. That scene was literally like 5 fucking seconds. Like,
I wish it was 5 fucking seconds.
I would have shot it different. A lot different.
It was like it was basically 2 seconds. You don't need that bullshit. Let's stop fucking.
I will give him this. Subject. It's a little rough, dude.
Let's
psychologically rough. It's not graphic,
yeah.
but
let's stop.
More.
Hold on, motherfucker. Let's stop acting like we're not adults and watching a rated R picture, right? Like it's really fucking. I just think that shit is dumb. There's ratings for a reason. You could fucking see what was in the movie, like.
And that's the thing, though. There's very few pictures that get rated R. Very few nowadays. Like the percentage, like everyone wants a PG-13, minus some horror pictures that need them. But yeah, R ratings are there. Yeah, studios hate them. Then they got to put pussy warnings on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just this film might hurt your vagina is all they need to do. That's a little less specific and doesn't spoil the plot. But
you think,
anyway, there's going to be a lot of spoiler ranting in this because I have some spoiler related ranting. But I enjoyed the movie, and I'm sure part of that has to do with the fact that it does go a little harder and have more of an edge to it than I would have expected out of a Channing Tatum movie. And I always forget the actress's name that plays the friend, but she's in everything now.
Freckles.
Oh, there you
maybe. Go. Maybe. She's from Arrested Development.
Wasn't she on?
I mentioned that last time when I forgot what she was on, but we praised her.
She was in something recently too.
Yeah.
The pregnant movie. I saw trailers for it.
Yeah, Christian Slater.
I can't remember, but yeah, no. I mean, it's a fun mystery thriller. I think all the actors are solid. I actually think Channing Tatum's a little bit underrated. He's known,
yeah.
for some of it.
Yeah,
He's known for some of his like fluff stuff, but he's actually
he went hard in this movie, dude.
Gambit.
Very,
yeah, you can say that now.
Actor.
And then Simon Rex, favorite, you know.
Yeah.
No, everybody was fantastic. Even the monstrosity. What's his name from Six?
Dan Shine, yeah, he was in this great in the picture.
Once he popped up, I was like, "Hey, this Dan's good."
I have stuff to say and spoilers about.
I want him to grow a full beard and start sporting a hat.
He had a hat on, didn't he? It was a trucker one, but
might have had a hat at one point.
I want him to play Dan in a feature film.
The freshman origin story.
I will send him my hat just to draw people's attention away from that horrific face.
What a hero!
But
you know what?
No,
I'll save it for spoilers.
Yeah, it's, you know, you get to the island. I mean, you know, obviously there's sinister shit afoot, but I really enjoyed the cast. Gina Davis, we didn't mention yet. She's great. It's one of those one that doesn't have a lot of replay value, but I enjoyed the ride more than I thought.
And I watched this one. And Kyle MacLachlan, yeah, he was good in it too.
Yeah. And the fucked up part is more fucked up than I expected out of him, you know, mainstream fluff. What I thought was going to be more of a fluff.
I didn't really expect him to go that far, which was like, oh shit, this is great. Cool.
Yeah, pretty nasty. I'm going to talk more in spoilers. This is just one of those movies, but I'd say go give it a shot. But I don't know. It depends on your tastes.
Ooh. JG Michael, should I see this or Alien Romulus in theaters? I'm gonna go Alien.
Yeah,
but
if you've already seen Alien, then maybe. But if you haven't, then absolutely Alien.
We have other suggestions for movies at the end of this show, I think. But yeah.
So I guess this one we're gonna have a bit more in our spoiler discussion. So
a lot more, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to really talk about this one too in depth. So Kruger, what do you give this one?
3 out of 5.
Right. Pugs?
I am a 4.5 out of 5.
Jesus.
I am a 3.
Features my favorite pastime 2 Pugs. I'm a 4.5 on this one too.
Right now.
God damn.
I wasn't expecting.
I had
massively entertained, even when I find those 2 chicks super ugly. So,
well, I'm going to be nice to maybe, but
God damn, Pugs.
You saw I acted with fucking OnlyFangs. Obviously,
I'm shocked that there's nothing wrong. She's just got some freckles. Come on.
Even without him, I'm not. No dice. All you guys.
You're like that's a percentage of. Oh, I better not.
Pugs Dread. Aside from the ugly bitches, I had a great time.
Put that on the box. Channing Tatum. Big fan.
All right. So now that we've
there goes those interviews.
Well, all gone.
Yeah. Okay. So
you know, Freckles, you might be a war pig, but you act good.
We're at least we're going from a light picture to another light picture.
It wasn't intentional this week. I'm watching like each movie, and
I was like, did Todd book this whole thing on purpose? November preview.
I'm just picturing like Richard Attenborough popping out. Welcome to Todd Park. Like, opening the gates. All these drive-in screens.
Why Richard Attenborough though?
I don't know. Just the voice. That makes sense to me. All right. So, Wineville.
Do your best. Welcome to Jurassic Park, Dan. It's gonna sound like drunk Sean Connery, I guess. Come on, do it.
Welcome to Todd Park. That was maybe more.
It wasn't as entertaining. I'm gonna cut the bit out now.
Yeah, he's not live. Congratulations.
All right. So our next film from director and star Brande Roderick, Wineville, and in this movie, a woman who escaped her abusive father as a teen must return to settle the affairs of the family vineyard upon his death. She finds that the dark secrets she left behind have only festered and blackened over the decades, fermenting into violence and death. So, Wineville. So I know Brande Roderick was Baywatch at one point.
She was also on Celebrity Apprentice with former president.
Nice.
President. There you go. Dark Star Pictures is distributing this one. So this is a little. Number one, this is a case where you shouldn't have starred in your movie, because Brande Roderick she's not awful necessarily, but she's not a strong enough actress to convey heavy trauma in this role. This felt like
a lot of people willing to play that.
You could have gotten an Angela Bettis or Pollyanna.
Saying, like, it's a lot of it's a heavy subject to tackle.
It is, and she's not quite up to the task. This felt like
I strongly disagree with that statement.
I'm with Todd.
Well, this movie, there is fun to be had. It felt like a Lifetime movie that just got really fucked up.
Lifetime fucking rules.
I know.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it. Yeah, that's kind of like a Lifetime movie that goes much further on the fucked upness, is how I would pitch this. It's fun. It's nothing we haven't seen before. I thought the highlight of the movie, again, weak lead.
The black dude's face after he tells her the story, when he's just sitting there with his wine, like, what the fuck did bitch just say to me?
Thanks for trauma jumping.
His face right, I was fucking dying.
Yeah, there's some funny moments that aren't supposed to be funny, but Carolyn Hennessy is Aunt Margaret. She's really good. Evil bitch. She's really good. But a better lead would have elevated this.
I applaud Brande Roderick for her directing debut and her taking the lead role and it's a heavy role she did too. Like, yeah, I was like, God damn, she directed this. She was all into this material. I'm a fan. So,
without giving anything away, there's one line that made me spit out my drink. It's like, and you still wanted to fuck him. The way she just said it just hit me, and I'm like, okay, I'm entertained. I'll give this movie that. It entertained me, but for the wrong reasons at times.
Kruger's being super quiet. So go ahead, Kruger. How about
you?
Look, man, I liked the fucked upness.
You liked the gore, though. Did you like the gore at least?
I thought it sucked. I thought.
To me, that was like old 80s, like
too tame, gore. Maybe.
I didn't think it looked good. I think the
looked
lighting,
like cheap 80s gore, which is what.
Yeah, but I think the lighting just in general in this movie sucked. So like everything looked very cheap, and I thought the gore looked cheap. The blood. Like I don't know. I like maybe if they were like threw a fucking 80s filter on it, I would have been more.
If it was shot on film, you would have. It would have made a difference.
But like
20 years
it looked too clean, and then I'm like, I'm seeing fucking creases on the effects and stuff, and I'm like,
we see the ends of effects and see him in Friday the 13th. So
yeah, but.
Yeah, Jason. Though.
I
get it.
There's that's incomparable because, like, in Friday the 13th, they also has a ton of characters I like. Fucking like one of my favorite slasher villains. Like it just. I appreciated what they were going for, but it didn't resonate with me with the execution. I also just didn't care for really like anybody in the movie as far as like characters and stuff, but
I really like the kid.
He was okay. I guess
he won me over by the end. I'm like, okay, yes, that's what you're supposed to do, dude. But for me, I like this world. Like that's this fucked up statement, but like the trauma dumping, everything that they did, super fucked up. I found enjoyment in. Now that might be something wrong with me, but these trauma things. People work their way out. People work trauma out differently. And if someone had to work their way out through this, either writing it, directing it, acting through it, even watching it, fuck yeah, I'm glad this movie exists. I was so entertained. I think she did a fantastic job. Love the kid. What's the aunt's name? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Aunt Margaret.
Aunt Margaret.
Carolyn.
Human monster. Love her. Fucking great. When you find out what's going on, how everything plays out, whoa, you had a reason to leave. Good on you. Yeah, this came together fucking awesomely for me. I think it was a home run. I loved it.
I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
I told my wife we have a wine slasher we can watch together now.
There you go.
There's gonna be a lot of people pissed at you guys come
They
Valentine's
can all
Day.
introduce themselves to my balls.
I cannot recommend this enough. I had a blast with it. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and nitpick a slasher that has a little bit of spotty acting, a little bit of spotty effects.
I don't even know.
It's a fun time, start to end. I was never bored. My eyes were glued. I wasn't grabbing my phone.
Yeah.
I liked everything about this. This was a movie that I will
The Spot.
I'll watch again.
The Spot cracked me up. I was like, oh, Nam Yo Ho Rengekyo. Find your happy place.
All right.
Yeah.
So
okay. I have a feeling this is going to be all over the place. Maybe I think Kruger and I are going to be closer.
Well, then why don't you guys go first?
I give it a 2.5. I think there's enough entertaining about it for a one-time watch, but I think you guys oversell this one.
I'm a 1.5.
Okay.
4.5.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Well,
At 4.5 out of 5.
What did Dan say? I did miss his.
2.5.
2.5.
2.5.
Okay. I love this movie. Like I had pure joy the whole time.
Right.
Could you not like?
There's minor things keeping me away from it, and it's just like sometimes it does look cheap. It's not seamless, but it's entertaining, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. My entertainment, and just so you guys know, this will be in selected theaters September 6th, and it'll be on VOD, digital, and physical media September 10th. So I will be picking it up on
pre-order.
I really hope they have the disc with the Spot. Oh my god!
if they don't, they're fucking up.
Valentine's Day. I don't know. Somebody in the chat. It's either going to be Ben, Ghost, whoever is going to sit down with their sweetheart and just think like, "God damn, Todd and Pugs are pieces of shit."
Well, if they were familiar with the show, they should know.
I was going to say, if they were fans already, or
no, they know you're pieces of shit. All right,
we've said it.
That should be a warning. That's on you if you break up over this.
Actually, we saved you a relationship. Fuck that other partner.
This.
Okay, hold on, one more time.
This would
5
be a
stars.
funny Valentine's show.
It was. Yeah. I don't know what to say. It was awesome.
All right. So, moving on next to our next film, which came out of nowhere. It seems like just that's kind of the story of 2024. Strange Darling from writer director JT Molnar. This is another one we're going to keep it spoiler free, but we're going to talk more about in the spoiler segment. So Strange Darling. I should also say cinematography by Giovanni Ribisi, shot in 35 millimeter, which we'll talk about all that. But nothing is what it seems when a twisted one-night stand spirals into a serial killer's vicious murder spree. All right. So again, lots to talk about this. Kyle Gallner. It stars Kyle Gallner and Willa Fitzgerald. Kyle Gallner was in The Passenger last year.
Yeah, which I thought it threw me off.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in some shit too. Like he's got some bad credits to his name, but he's
got
really
bills to pay. He's fucking awesome. If you know how to use him.
Yeah, he is. He's a fantastic actor. I agree.
The one thing I will say, I thought it was a little. I don't know if I felt it was a little film smug to have to announce your movie was shot on 35. That was one thing I was kind of like, Trap didn't do that shit, but okay. I don't know. There's something about. I was like, that's interesting choice.
That also comes with the bigger director, though. This one's like, hey, look, I'm serious. So I don't get something about that from that. Okay.
Well,
I didn't mind. I mean, just I
like the fact it's shot. I love the fact it is. I don't know. Something a little pretentious about having to tell everyone your film is shot on 35. That was my only thing that right from the jump, I was like, huh.
Did the trailer do that? Because I think it is actually a good selling point.
No, it didn't. So again, we're already in the theater. Thanks. What's like? It's pointless.
Yeah.
Ben Grimm said, I heard someone claiming that the 35mm thing is a film bro move. Oh.
It fucking works. I mean, just the texture, the grain. Like, I wish more movies did this.
There's
you
actually
see
more this year. Like I said, Trapped was one. There's a few other ones. It's becoming a thing. Yeah. So,
but
I'm hoping to see it more and more. But you don't need to fucking tell me. I can see film grain with my eyes.
Also narrated by Jason Patrick, which I didn't even realize until later, to be honest. But so this really felt like a 1970s thriller that just doesn't hold back. It's a great cat and mouse story. It's told out of sequence. Is it 6 chapters?
Yes,
6 chapters, and it jumps around out of sequence. And this is a fucking ride. I love The Passenger. I love this. This is the one that I can't remember who in the chat, but this is what you should fucking go to the theater and see. I'm
still gonna go with Alien, but yeah, this is
Kruger's poker face.
This one is why we go to the movies. It's the hype doesn't even sell it enough. It kicked my ass. We get and again, go talk a lot more about it, but Ed Begley Jr. and Barbara Hershey are in this, and they were kind of a hippie couple. They were fantastic.
Former biker.
Former biker. Yeah, that's right.
I would eat breakfast with these people.
I wanted that.
They were so high, dude.
Fucking good.
They were fucking amazing.
You know what? If they really wanted to have fun with it, Barbara Hershey should have been like, I tangled with a ghost. You ain't it.
J.G. Michael sold on Ed Begley Jr. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, kind of playing. It almost felt like himself, but
I think that's all he knows how to play. Going back to Transylvania 365,000, the first time I saw him, he was playing Ed Begley Jr. He still is today.
Yeah, and it works because I love Ed Begley Jr. Everybody involved in this, man, I want to say so much, but it's a fucking ride. Great serial killer movie, one of the best movies of 2024. I was a little worried with the hype. I will say, as far as like them pimping the twist, this isn't like a twist film necessarily. That's not why this movie rocks, because the twist, it's not like well, we'll get into it, but this movie kicks fucking ass.
Easy, buddy.
I know. I feel like I got to cut Dan already.
This movie kicks fucking ass.
It 100% kicks ass. There's really not much more than we can say that you've already said. I mean, to be honest. This gets our highest recommendation, or at least me. Kruger hasn't said anything yet, so I don't know what Kruger lies. This definitely gets my highest recommendation. If you have not seen it, go see it. That's all I'm going to say on this one until we get to spoilers.
Well, Kruger, you look kind of 50-50, I'm predicting.
I know. I can't read them. You got us all nervous. Where are you at?
Kayfabe.
I'm hoping. He's working.
Well,
I know.
There was a point in this movie where I got extremely angry because, like, I was really in, like, right away with the opening scene. I was like, oh, here we go. And then it took a fucking 180, and I was just like, I was getting mad to the point where, like, I wanted to scream at the fucking goddamn screen. And then I realized what they were doing, and I fucking loved it. And holy fuck, do I need one of those in my life.
I miss my wife.
But yeah, I loved it. It's definitely one of the best serial killer movies I've seen in a really long time. And like, it is just a straight up serial killer movie. Long legs. I think we all thought it was going to be a serial killer it went into a completely different fucking realm. This is a straight up serial killer movie and probably one of the best I've seen. Shit, I can't even remember. Maybe since The Golden Glove.
That's a good one.
So I really loved it. I highly recommend. Don't even watch a trailer. I didn't know anything about this movie. All
I know because we brought up. You're like, what's that? Or like, oh,
yeah. All I knew was it was a serial killer movie. So me and my buddy Steve, we did a double. We did
Blink twice,
and then this
because you were gonna do Crow and Blink twice.
Yeah, we were gonna do Crow and Blink twice, and then I heard that Strange Darling was really, really good and serial killer movie. I was just like, let's skip the Crow and wait till the fucking cheap day, brother. So fucking we ended up going to see Strange Darling, and
speak of Steve,
Steve right there. Yeah, he loved it. I loved it. We both were completely shocked by the end with what ended up happening, and it's going to be a new favorite, but I do recommend just going in blind. Don't watch the trailer. Don't watch anything. Just know it's a serial killer movie. I think knowing it's a serial killer movie and going in makes the experience even better.
Yeah. That's all you need. That's
co-sign everything.
Yeah.
It's great. I had a blast.
And there is, I'll wait for spoilers. It's not really spoiler, but there is like controversy over one line, and you might be able to guess what it is in your head. But we'll talk about it in the spoiler.
All right, and yeah, we'll rate it. Then we'll go to spoilers. But I think we'll do this one. We'll still do this one last because it is the biggest spoiler. Yeah. So if you want to hear about like Profane Exhibit or some of the earlier stuff, spoilers you care about least, then feel free to join. But we're gonna do this one last on that. So just so in case you haven't seen it. So let's rate it. Dan, what are you giving it?
5 stars.
All right, Pugs.
5 out of 5.
Cougar.
I am a 4 out of 5 with room to grow.
I'm also a 5. So it's pretty high marks there, guys.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
it does sit pretty high on my top 10 right now.
Nope.
All right. So now we're going to give you the spoiler warning. We'll be back. Well, our schedule's a little off, so we're with the trip coming up, and I don't think we locked down our next date. So just keep an eye out. We'll tell you. So I meant to talk to you guys before. I talked to Dan, but not everyone else. Yeah. So okay, let's hit the spoiler warning and get to spoilers.
How about Clint Howard fucking his daughter?
When he said Fritz, let's say Fitzgerald. Yeah, that's Fitzgerald. Whatever, the fucking dude that's known for that. I was like, really? Did he do that? That's awesome. I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, dude. Fucking, it's some shit.
Oh, God damn it, Steve. Are you excited for Reagan? I'm actually skipping Reagan.
Holy shit, it's a miracle, Todd. You're skipping a movie?
If my grandma was still alive, I'd go watch it just to tell her how much it sucks. my grandma loved Reagan.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And when I got I just had to shit on him. He gets his dick sucked so hard. He was fucking basically ruined the country to where we are now.
Getting political, Todd.
Well, it's not. It is, but it's not for the reasons you think.
It's on the movie.
It's little stuff about like him taking the restrictions off. So basically, it's a whole.
What are you doing, Todd?
I'm not getting into it.
Going on a political rant.
It's not though. It has to do with the way to go. No. I'm just gonna say it. It has to do with the way it fucked up the way our entertainment is. That's my issue. So it is entertainment based. I don't give a fuck what else he done.
Thanks, Obama.
All the old jelly beans he wants and forget.
Profane Exhibit. Yeah, fucking. I don't really have anything else to say other than Colin Howard fucking his daughter. That I don't even want to say the other one because that's probably going to be the fucking one Pugs likes the most. Yeah. So let's just keep that.
I can take this off for a while.
No. Let's just keep.
It's not. Yeah, it's nothing we need to discuss.
Yeah.
All right. What?
But that shit, like Jesus Christ, what a fucking like fucked up story, and I think it delivered. But the Rogerio Diodato fucking. Segment really, really disappointed me because I love that bastard.
I still remember when I met him at the convention. He said my name. I was like, oh, so cool.
All right, what do we have after that, Dan? What was next? What else?
The Crow's next. If you want to bitch more about that, which hopefully not.
No, I don't want to hear Dan.
No, wait,
we
don't
spent
think
40 minutes on the
no,
goddamn Crow. We're done with that fucking.
I don't think I really have spoilers for
Seems
the
like
show,
Kruger got something to say.
but go for it.
No? Okay, cool. Then We Are Zombies would be the next one.
No spoilers
Nothing really,
for me.
All right, so
All
now
right,
Blink Twice.
other than that chick is like weird hot.
Which one?
The
The blonde?
sister. Yeah, she's weird hot.
She's cool. That's why.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll talk about the ugly
Oh.
trolls that Pugs hates and
Well,
Todd
no.
hates.
Well, give it a second. I'm
Todd
trying
likes
to.
them.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah,
just
I think
put.
they're
I just put
fugly.
over maybe. Oh, Jesus,
Yeah.
Dan.
If you want me to go into fucking detail.
Oh God, no!
Which one are we on?
Don't
Blink
blink
twice.
or blink twice.
Yeah, I
whatever.
was
Don't
bringing up.
blink.
Here you go. Here's the trigger warning. I'm bringing it up right now so we can see it, so you can see exactly what this said and why Dan was right to warn us.
Trigger warning. We are proud to finally share Blink Twice with audiences in theaters worldwide. Blink Twice is a psychological thriller about abuse of power. While this is a fictionalized movie, it contains mature themes and depictions of violence, including sexual violence. This may be upsetting or triggering to some viewers. For resources that offer support, visit blinktwiceresources.com. Amazon, MGM,
Man,
Steve.
fucking resources. Like, just take out the word sexual, and I would have been fine. That's the part that it annoys me.
And
I
you
don't
see how
think it was that
small
bad.
that is. So the second that pops up, I see it. My eyes immediately see it. It's like, fuck. Like now I know exactly.
Yeah, I already figured they were fucking roofing them and fucking them like in the trailer, dude.
No,
I mean,
see, I
that
didn't watch the
trailer-
trailer. I didn't think so. I was just like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
That trailer could have been anything from that to their fucking vampires. It could have been anything if you watch that trailer. I mean, there's a couple things that.
My thing is, if you do everything you can to not give it away in the trailer,
Yeah.
why are you going to give it away the first second your movie plays? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I just don't get the trigger warning because it wasn't even like if it was like irreversible, you know what I mean? I could understand.
No, okay, I get it why they do it, because today's audiences can't handle that.
I'm just saying, brother.
Trigger warning didn't. Fucking irreversible. Like, pussies.
My
Walk
dad
out of the
took me
movie
to.
like a grown up. Oh, I
My
can't watch
dad
this.
took
Get
me
the
to
fuck out.
Watership Down, and if he saw one tear, he popped me in the mouth. That was that era. They like the bunnies are dead. Get over it.
I don't think it's that bad, actually, now that I read it. Like, it's vague.
No,
But-
it's not.
But you
It's
know you
pretty
got
vague,
sexual
dude.
violence coming. You know what that means.
They're erasing memories. It's like, oh, okay, well, 100%.
Where does it say that?
It's no, but as you get into the movie, it tips its hat. It's like I know
Oh,
exactly how it's happening.
well, yeah.
And
I mean, I
it-
still would rather not have it there, but again, once
But
I
I
see
would-
trigger
yeah,
warning-
if they
have,
wouldn't
have
warned me, I
a
would've
have a
walked away.
website resource. The studio.
It's called
can
Nah,
do
you know what?
IMDb.
Fuck everybody. Yeah, just put it in dry. Fuck these bitches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
I wasn't talking about the cast
If
members,
irreversible,
but that
then
too.
you have to have one. None should.
Yeah.
I'll suck a
But-
dick, Dan.
All right, there we go. Okay.
But
So,
yeah,
but the movie itself. Yeah, there we go. They were getting partying down.
you know what? I really wish they had
That's
done.
Lamb.
I wanted when they were filming that. I just picture Christian Slater like making everybody uncomfortable, leaning over. This reminds me of those Charlie Sheen parties I went to in the 80s.
That's on the cutting room floor. Why?
Everybody just gets really quiet.
Dude, when
Dude,
he
real
flipped
talk, though,
that
I
ugly
want-
bitch over, though, I was like, this is pretty cool. Because that slam. Yeah. Now
Dude,
you're
real-
better. Can't see your fucking face. Go for it, Kurt.
Real talk. I want some of those drugs though.
Right?
Some of the-
That shit looked fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude. They
Who's
were
in it?
having a great time.
Constantly vaping. Fucking.
Magic.
Yo,
blood.
Also, I identify so hard.
Kruger's like,
Hold on,
it would have
Hey,
been worth it.
motherfucker, let me talk. I identify so hard with the poor bastard having to eat eggs. That's my fucking life.
That's the one
my
Dan
life.
needs.
Like, that's my fucking life. I have to, like, when I'm not eating like I literally like fucking cut like 10 pounds in a week because I've just been eating super fucking clean. But like fucking that's what I do. I just eat boiled eggs or fucking scrambled eggs or fucking sunny side up eggs on fucking rice with ground beef. It fucking sucks. And I felt that guy's fucking anger because like I'm angry now too.
There is one question I don't have an answer on it. Tell me if you guys picked this up. So Lucas,
Yes,
he was getting
hang out.
Lucas was getting banged too, right? And drugged.
Yes, so
they made it vague.
They
didn't really give you that answer.
Well,
but
what was confusing about that? I see a brief image where it looks like he is, and that's Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke's kid, by the way.
Oh, the boy one? Wow, okay.
Yeah, because
that makes a lot of sense.
Levon Hawke.
He was, but it seemed like they wanted him to participate, and I don't know if that was a case of like, fuck, let's just.
I think he participated, but he also wanted to forget. I think that's what happened to him. That's the word I took from it.
But
like,
it
when
looked
he
in
was
those flashbacks that he was getting it too.
Yeah,
I think he was.
Wasn't Christian Slater doing that guy?
I think so.
There was a couple of things that tipped that off.
Holes are holes. Not gonna remember. Fuck it. I love the idea. I want to hang out with Channing Tatum so fucking bad. Like this version though. Like let's go to the island, dude. I'm in.
Yeah.
And I did not like
the villain.
Dude, that food looks so good.
So right? Fuck yeah. So the feeling I got from this movie is what I think all the fucking crazy lunatic bitches were feeling with Promising Young Female or Promising Woman, whatever that piece of shit was. Because the power turn, I'm like, oh, is this what you hoes were trying to feel like? Because I get that, but I did not like the ending as well. Because like I'm team Channing Tatum all day. Fuck that bitch.
No, give us a sad. Sometimes I want a happy ending. God damn it.
Yeah. Also, she's a piece of shit too for doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Also, when they revealed that it's happened over and over, I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, the thought that I had just. It's not kind of to do with this movie, but also kind of do with The Crow. Danny Houston, Epstein biopic. He's a dead ringer. That's your Epstein.
Listen, man, don't do my boy like that.
He just desperately wants that biopic.
That's your actor.
Dude, how amazing is it that guy fucking just straight up was a fucking vampire in 30 Days a Night? Like, and fucking kill, like, oh, dude, he's like one of my favorite on-screen vampires. That fucking 30 Days a Night, severely underrated movie.
I know that's one of your favorites.
Ben Grimm.
He's great.
Let's start out new island, take over Epstein's place. I don't think that would be greenlit. This happening to children, although that's a movie Unearthed Films, by the way, if you want to fund, I'm willing to put my name on it. Out there.
I think they could have gone a little bit darker with the ending. I don't have any issues with the ending in particular.
Oh my god, that's a living hell for Channing Tatum. Are you serious?
Right?
No. Have them like just on the island, and you just see like James Dean and like Lexington Steele like all in like a line, and then you get an eye.
I went to the actor first.
I was like, hologram James Dean.
So is
the star.
One thing I wanted to know is the boa. So is the boa thing like real? Like what? So what was the gimmick?
I don't fucking the poison thing that makes them forget.
Yeah,
Lupita was fucking chugging that shit.
Makes them remember.
It targets trauma, I think they said. So it's erasing something that you're.
So the flower was the one that made you forget, and then the venom is the antidote.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
when they were getting hammered on the venom.
So that's
that was cool.
In theory, it should probably take away anything that you find traumatic. Like, although you know what, one thing that was,
but Gina Davis is right. Goddamn it, maybe she
good girl. She knows what's up. I was living in peace. With ignorance is bliss. Yeah.
All right.
Great fucking movie. Love it.
All right. So now's the spoiler warning.
Wineville. Hold on. Anything for Wineville?
Oh yeah, let's do Wineville too. I don't know.
No, do you have anything? I don't got.
I mean,
yeah.
So
the spot I was talking about was the spot she looked at while her father was raping the fuck out of her. So, that might be it. I'm sorry.
All right.
The last 5 minutes are gonna have to go.
No, there's
My
only
bad.
a couple things. So I did noted one. I didn't even know what it was for. I noted the time though.
I used the hard R, I think, for SA,
Several
not his short bus riding.
right after SA, you just say it.
So
Wineville.
then, I got nothing other than the spot.
I loved it. Yeah, the spot.
Make that the disc. Come on, be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Brande does not get naked.
Who? Which Brande hit?
Brande Roderick, the star of Wine.
No, she. And that didn't even bother me. Thanks, man. Yeah.
Bothered Dan.
When you said Brande,
Oh, he didn't say it. If it did, Dan would have said that first thing as we started. It's a goddamn slasher, and it doesn't have some goddamn titties.
I think the cleavage saved him, right? Is that all right?
Yeah, well, they give you stuff to the ladies, I
100%
guess.
Give her props for fucking. That's a material I would not have expected out of her. So
I wish she didn't cast herself as the lead.
I am glad.
Direction was fine. Just
Yeah,
shouldn't have been the lead.
I think she was fine.
Yeah, and
she's more than fine, actually.
And her being the lead is the fucking draw. That's going to draw other people.
A good example, though, like the scene with the aunt, like she didn't really convey like that tension that would be there because the aunt was like front and center for the horrible shit that happened. I was watching that and I was like, I don't know, a better actress could have sold that, but her direction was fine. Just, I don't know, not my pick for actor.
All right. Well, okay. Now the spoiler warning. If you haven't seen,
Strange Darling.
Yeah, we're gonna just freely talk about it. So,
do I need a bitch like that? Oh,
I would have choked the shit out of her in the beginning, though. When she started the first time she fucking with me, okay, that's your fault. I'm not unlocking. Fuck you.
I don't know if you want to be electrocuted for 15 minutes, Chris.
Dude, just kill me.
Have you seen this man's matches? Like I think he's okay. That all you got, you little bitch?
Just carve me up and fuck me up. Like
I did make sure to tell everyone on the Instagram they should watch this live tonight because I'll probably have to cut it.
Did I say anything else?
Nah, dude.
Not yet.
Okay.
No, dude, it was hard not to pop a chubby. Like she was hot as fuck. Like, oh my god. She was cutting him up too, like fucking hell. Fucking but yeah, I was getting pissed off because like when she kept cock blocking him, I was getting mad, dude. I was like, this fucking bitch, dude, he better fuck her up. And then like they turned the 180 on me, and I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna turn into some like girl power bullshit movie. But then it totally fucking took me for a loop. And like the other thing that I wanted to say in my review and I forgot was that there's a lot of like good violence, like good on-screen violence, nasty stabbings. What happens to that poor old couple? Like I felt fucking bad as fuck. And like
made good pancakes. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Dude, I was like, I was getting hungry. If I would have been high watching that, I would have been fucking
in the theater. We were all laughing at that shit because it was just so over the top. Me and Steve just got back from smoking a joint too, and then we were both like, fuck, dude, that looks good.
Danny's is next. Leave the butter.
Man, I was like, god damn, that's fucking butter.
But when did you guys catch on that this chick was about to turn? Because for me, it was in the car.
Yeah, I was in the car.
Yeah, I thought in the car as well. When she like gave the speech, but like at first when I saw like the opening scene, I assumed that homeboy.
Oh, they could. Oh, yeah, they cut it perfectly the way they set everything out.
Yeah,
they were definitely working. Yeah,
you could kind of guess it, before it happens. It would have worked, honestly, if she was just kinky, and then it's like, ooh, you got more than you bargained for with this dude.
Dude, I swear to God, though, if
well,
I was in that situation,
if he was the killer,
that was the picture we all kind of thought we were going into. And
but
God, it twisted. It gave us something different and it better than I don't know, better because the other version of the movie we had in our head, I'm pretty sure it was goddamn awesome too.
See, I thought the gimmick was going to be that they like took their role playing too far, type shit.
Oh, that would have upset me.
See, like that's what I thought was gonna happen. Like she was gonna fucking like kidnap a bitch and have him kill her or something, and then fucking.
I just saw someone use that defense in a murder show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I thought it was good. Also, this isn't based off anything real, right?
They lost. I don't think so.
Probably inspired by like Amy Mornos and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
She didn't kill with a gun, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's all these hoes. They do this without the actual violence. Just break our fucking hearts. Bitches.
Ben Grimm said, "Would you drink from a random liquor bottle you find in the woods?" I'd never. There's 80% chance that would be best.
Well, if you're dying,
a low percentage.
I mean, if
I'd
you're
offer it to Dan.
if you're dying, I
Try
feel
this.
like you take the risk. I mean, at that
I
point,
mean, she wasn't dying. She just had her ear blown off.
no, but she kind of needed to get some fluids in her.
I
Wasn't
also
it
I
like a
loved
campsite?
Give her
I,
some fluids.
I loved the attention to detail after her ear got blown off. She kept going
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah,
trying to
make it
pop her
pop
ear.
it.
Yeah.
Dude, when she was scrunching the t-shirt to bite down, I'm like, you're gonna need a lot more than that, dude. That's
Right.
gonna suck. Ask Kruger, right?
No, it was the right amount of violent without like going into unrealistic territory. It was just brutal, nasty 70s style violence, and
That was crazy. I was shocked by the end of the movie. I was like, man, thank God I watched this instead of The Crow.
You were talking about a controversial thing.
Yeah,
was it the dumb lady cop or?
Oh, okay. So
I shit on gingers before. God damn it! Now I was yelling the C word. I was like, this.
She was.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
It's like
2 hours, 1 minute.
I didn't say it. I stopped.
All right.
All I said was re.
What word are you thinking we said now, Dan?
I said re.
So-
I think I think he was mad about cunt.
Oh.
This controversy. Oh, did I freeze?
No. Yeah, you did.
Now you did.
You fucking cunt.
You called me before.
Oh, now there's 4 cunts on
Well,
that cunt.
okay. There you
I
go.
don't know if I froze or you froze.
You
what
froze.
happened there, but-
You're good. now.
So the controversy, and I think it's starting to gain steam because it was one person and now it's a few people.
Jesus.
Nobody that I know, not a friend. So I mean, but I'm not going to mention the name. But all right, so it is
Now you don't
that.
wanna mention
It
the
is that scene. It is
I'm
that.
still editing shows.
Okay, am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Keep cutting me off. All right. So it is the scene with the 2 cops where he's begging her, like, let's just wait. Don't untie her, which was the right move. We all agree there. Protocol, like, let's wait. We don't know what happened here. Now, when she does turn the table and it's the line, now I'm pretty sure it was like, you stupid.
Oh, yeah.
bitch."
Yeah.
People
them.
are mad.
Oh, I'm mad at them.
Well, you
right
know
back.
what? They're
She
stupid
was.
fucking bitches too.
Yeah, because they don't like being called out for being
To
stupid.
be fair, she was convinced.
I told
She
you,
stuck a thumb in
I'm
the
ready
book.
for this fucking fight. When they come to take the word bitch, I am here.
It's
and
not
I'm
the
fighting
word.
for it.
It's not
It's
the
because
word.
she was a stupid bitch and they called her out on it. They didn't
Yes.
respect her identity or her fucking fucking stupid pronouns. Fuck you. You're a dumb bitch. You're a shitty cop. He was right. And now his family might not have him come over in spoilers. His family doesn't get to see him come home. You stupid bitch. Justified. All you crybabies. Dan, you tell all your fucking people. Stop
This
being
is
bitches.
this is not a friend. This is not anybody's podcast, but it is a big podcaster out there, and there's people jumping on it. now.
Send me the name. I'll say it. Fuck this motherfucker. I don't give a shit.
I saw it in the theater. The second it was just like, oh, people are gonna be angry.
I cheered when he said, I was like, yeah.
I was like that too. I was like, you're fucking right, bro. Get your car.
I was muttering cunt under my breath the whole time.
I would have been like, shoot her. I will drive you wherever you want to go.
Shoot her.
I think it was an easy fix there, though. Like, let's tend to her, but let's leave the handcuff on until we're.
Oh, you're supposed to check the wound.
But
yeah, of course.
The senior cop said
that whole scene is to get a reaction is what it's doing. Like that's obviously done to piss us off because we know she's doing something fucking stupid.
And who's the one that felt sympathy for her? The other dumb bitch.
It's honestly it's people looking to get annoyed.
Getting heat though. He
Motherfucker.
is. He's
Push
going.
back.
Fuck them, dude.
Yes.
Let's
Over what?
revisit
Calling
this.
somebody a stupid bitch? Are you
Can't-
fucking kidding me?
Let's-
Canceling's not real anymore.
Let's revisit this in a week, and I guarantee you it starts to gather more steam.
I
just
guarantee
think
it'll.
I don't
they'll get
agree
They're
over
the
with
it.
this,
vocal
by the
minority.
way.
They
I-
cry all about everything. Who cares? Fuck these.
I don't agree with this. I'm just saying, you watch. There's gonna be more and more that are.
Fuck
Gonna
Yeah, I
them.
really shouldn't be yelling at you, Dan. I apologize. But if you don't know, you're a little bitch too for not giving the name.
Yeah. What
The
Who the
name?
podcast?
fuck is it?
Stupid bitch.
I think that there's people in the chat that might be friends.
Don't
with
care. Forward it to them.
Oh my god! You know what? Fuck you, Dan. Fuck you and your gaping asshole. Because you know what? You made me sit for a whole fucking show. Because you said a name I didn't want to do. I'm still cutting that fucking show. Hopefully it'll be up tomorrow.
That one I don't get why you're cutting.
Oh my god!
You are a fucking.
Does anybody like him?
That doesn't matter. You
Okay,
know what, Dan?
well,
Todd,
let's just talk about all the people we don't like.
Well, no, that's
Let's
what you're
start
trying
with
to.
Dan F. Flesh Wound Dan.
You're legitimately bringing up a story another podcast saying, but refusing to say the name of the podcast. It's on their public forum. Why would you not tell us who it is? Because people know who it is. You know, you can disagree with people.
I'll explain later, but
I don't care anymore. Fuck 'em.
I know. Ben, who the fuck's he talking about?
Wait, do you know?
If Ben wants to name drop it, he can.
I don't know, but I really don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Like, you thought the other was fun, but you just can't say the name of the podcast that has a problem with it.
I think the other one is too big to actually even really care.
The other one, so it's double sourced. You can't give us one of them.
No.
Ben
Grimm.
Hold on. Ben Grimm says I have no
The one
clue, but
you're-
I'd say the name.
Okay,
The one that you guys are talking about from that taped episode, that guy's too big to even watch our show. This one.
We have mutual fucking friends.
a movie that he's in, I don't think he's too big to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a big head, but it's not too big to watch that shit.
He knows who you're talking about.
No, we haven't said the name.
Yeah, but also if he does, I don't fucking care. I didn't say his stupid fucking
Can
name.
we get the fuck out of here?
I didn't even say the name of the movie we're talking
Take me
about.
home.
Let's go home.
Should I pull
Oh,
spoilers?
spoilers. Yeah. And then promote our shit and then get us the hell out of here.
For the name, go to Discord. All right.
I'm trying to end the beef.
All right. So, do we have anything to pimp right now, Todd?
Besides Pimp
Slash,
I got
no.
I got shit. I
Ruben's
got
got
shit
fun.
to fucking pimp, motherfucker. Go on our goddamn store and buy a t-shirt, buy some stickers. It's on our Flesh Wound Features Teespring store for my wrestling character Michael Kruger. There are some of the fucking stickers. There's the design on the t-shirt. Go get some shit.
There's just a chilling.
There's a show.
Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Make that
Yeah.
an 8x10.
But
That
yeah,
you won't be able to figure out how to buy it.
go on there, and also this weekend I will be wrestling Friday and Saturday at OXW out of the Amarillo WrestlePlex in Amarillo, Texas. So if you're in the area, get your tickets. Go watch me. I don't know who I'm wrestling on Friday, but I know Saturday I'm in the main event for the OXW Bunkhouse Championship in a steel cage. It's me, Mosh Pit Mike, Fonzie LaFour, which is one of, I think, Mosh Pit Mike's students, and Mr. Happy, which I think you guys know Mr. Happy. He was getting booked at CCW for a little bit.
Okay.
With my ripoff, that Monster 9 motherfucker.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you remember now. Anyways, that's the main event. Well, no, this is the clown, so he's cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
the other one. Got it.
But yeah, main event, OXW on Saturday in a steel cage. I think there's going to be 4 steel cage matches. So make sure you guys get your tickets. And then I will be also debuting for XPW, even though it's not officially announced. I don't really give a fuck. make sure you. I really don't give a fuck because
It's working for him.
if you guys are in the area, come and support me. Go watch my XPW debut. I guarantee you, it's going to be
there.
something special. Yeah, and we're all going to be together soon. So stay tuned for some live content with all four of us in the same room.
First time all together.
First time ever on camera.
Yeah. Always 3 and never 4. So that'll be a lot of fun.
We'll do our best to hold you back, Kruger, but I might let you go. Just take the hat from him.
But,
all that shit you talk, Dad.
Real quick, XPW Symphony of Destruction.
Yes.
Get your tickets now. And if you see us there, come say hi, obviously. That one, that's going to be
I guess I'll just say now, we'll have some exclusive Kruger merch there, too.
Oh, okay. Okay. That I'm excited.
Now that I said it, I have to get it done.
There you go.
Get it done now. Yeah, you're held to it now. And also hit the enable notifications on the channel because we will be, we might just pop up with a random live stream.
Yeah, I'd expect some. Maybe we'll just do some random live Instagram lives too.
Yeah,
when we're just doing some easy stuff. Maybe when I pick you guys up the import. I don't know. Follow all the socials. Yeah. Well, I was going to pitch another idea off air. So
okay. I think Kruger and I'll be meeting first, right? And then
they're going to be unsupervised meetings. Buddy, you better have your phones out. I'm just saying.
Getting tossed into the fucking.
I can't protect you.
Oh my god! Throw them on the fucking conveyor belt for the luggage, dude. I'm just trying to get up. Seen that video?
I just want Dan to be like, carry my bag, don't fuck up the wheels.
Oh.
Review coming soon. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what that's.
It's not out yet. I know. That's why I made my rant earlier.
Is that it?
Barney's got a question that I don't understand. What's up?
Yeah, why were there speakers blasting the radio in the yard?
Oh, they were listening to their Bigfoot podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good question. Yeah, they just had a speaker system. I know they don't really explain it, but yeah. But I want to know more. I want a movie about them too, by the way. The old
dude, right?
Yeah, I want to know about this Bigfoot obsession and the cryptozoology stuff. I'm interested in that.
So
I would take a movie on them. Hell yeah.
What would you do if you get that movie and then Squatch is just watching like this crazy bitch kill them and just like
I'm glad I don't talk to these guys. This is why I stay away from you fuckers.
Ed Begley Jr. versus Sasquatch is
shit, we're not in the spoiler section.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we didn't give anything away though. We didn't give anything away.
Okay.
All right. So on that note,
you realized it.
Patreon.com/FleshWoundFeatures. It all starts at just $1. So we appreciate your support. You get to see some cool stuff there too, because like I said, content coming through all the socials, Instagram.
And we will have a live Patreon preview of the trip and Kruger's LA debut. Well, not your LA debut, your extreme debut. We're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, you'll be able to hang out with us Monday on Patreon.
Okay,
well, Monday. Well, I haven't confirmed that yet, so we'll talk. Yeah. All right. Did I confirm it? I don't even remember at this point. Today's been long.
That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, LA is going to be a cool trip, and I think you might even see us popping up at a convention, possibly, which we might talk about on that show. So yeah. On that note, good night, guys.
Money's on the dresser.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I'll see you in Disneyland.